There is another sign today that inflation may be starting to cool. Wholesale prices rose 9.8% in July compared to a year ago. That's still high, but better than expected, and it comes on the heels of yesterday's report showing inflation eased in some consumer prices in July. Meanwhile, the weekly jobless claims report shows 262,000 people filed unemployment claims last week. That's up 14,000 from the previous week. So what's the big picture here? ABC News business reporter Alexis Christoforous is here to break it all down for us. Alexis, what are your big takeaways from today's inflation report?
Well, Diane, I think it shows us that inflation is moving in the right direction, albeit very, very slowly. And we just saw that year-over-year number. Producer prices, which are prices that businesses pay at the wholesale level, up 9.8% in July versus the same time last year. That was better than expected. But month over month also tells an interesting story. It's the first time since the pandemic that producer prices actually fell 0.5%. Definitely an encouraging sign. Yesterday, we saw that consumer prices, while higher, while still elevated, those price increases are starting to slow down a little bit. So I don't think we want to go out and have a party with, inflation still up 8.5% at the consumer level. But again, it is moving in the right direction. And perhaps if we see a few more months of numbers like these, it can create a trend.
So what do you think these 2 weeks of reports mean for the Federal Reserve?
I think they, like the rest of us and like economists, are going to be trying to figure it out in the weeks and months ahead. The Fed meets again the end of September, and then there's a meeting in November and December. Analysts still believe the Fed's going to raise interest rates at each of those meetings. It just depends by how much. And the fact that we got these 2 reports showing inflation starting to cool a little bit might actually take the pressure off the Fed to go as big with its next interest rate hike. Maybe instead of a 0.75 percentage point rise at the end of September, we might see a 0.5 point. But the fight for bringing down inflation by the Fed is still very much on.
And a big factor in that consumer price index report was gasoline. A gallon of regular nationwide is now below $4. That's the first time we've seen that since March. So do you think gas prices will keep falling?
Well, a few weeks ago, we were talking about how much lower can they go, and all the analysts were predicting they would go higher as the summer went on. That's not what we're seeing, because people started to change their driving habits, and there was less demand globally for gasoline. That's what helped to push the prices lower. It's really anybody's guess, because energy is so volatile. We still have the war in Ukraine. We have hurricane season upon us. That could knock out a few refineries and take some oil off the market. So lots of question marks still remain, but at least for now, we are getting some much needed relief at the gas pump.
All right, Alexis Christoforous, we'll take the good news where we can get it. Thank you.
You bet.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.